All right, Brandon. The intro's all yours. Take it away.
Hi guys.
Hey guys, Small Hat Nick with the Small Hat Crew here. Today, I'm just like you.
Okay. All right, Brandon. I heard you did your little bit of the intro, but you got kind of cut off. So take it away once again.
Hi guys.
Incredible. That was great. All right. So we're gonna be reviewing the 3 new purple red leaders that were just revealed, and yeah, I have some thoughts. The boys have some thoughts. So let's go ahead and start with what I think is the most hype of them. I don't want to start with the boring, generic, good, decent effect. I want to go with the one that I think is the most balls to the wall off his ass, and that's gonna be Monkey D Luffy. Red purple leader, 6k power, 3 life. Activate main once per turn. If your field has 0 Dawn or your field has 8 or more Dawn, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck to active. It's my favorite leader, I'll tell you that much.
So first, I think it's important to note out, like I misread it at first, 3 life but 6,000 power.
Yes.
So it is a 6k power like Whitebeard. We've seen how strong that is, and this one doesn't lose life every turn, but you only get 3.
Right. Well, also you do take into consideration too that while Whitebeard is 6, he's also basically 3. The trade-off there though is that he gives you card advantage.
Yes. That's going to be where this card lacks. You have less card advantage than any other deck.
Significantly.
By at least 1 card. Yeah.
Yeah, because Whitebeard gives you... Whitebeard has essentially 3 health because he takes damage repeatedly, but he gives you the cards necessary to defend his 3 life. Luffy isn't really doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is one leader where I could see it going either way. At first, when I first saw this leader, I was like, oh, he's awful. That was like my initial take. But the more I've thought about it over as the day has gone on, I don't know. I don't think that he would be like a great leader by any means. I see him being like a perfectly like average leader. So it's one of those things though where like if he turned out to be really bad, it wouldn't surprise me. But also if it turned out he was actually really good, it also wouldn't surprise me. I could see it going either way. Because 3 life is crazy. 3 life is actually insanity. But also you do take into consideration too, with him being a 3 life leader and having access to red and purple, once he takes damage 1 time, his radical beams are 4k.
Yeah.
His radical beams are 4k off 1 damage.
I think it's heavily going to depend on what comes out of this structure deck, starter deck, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
What ramp wise comes out, because if this deck doesn't have dedicated ramp, this leader ability is not going to be good.
Well, even then, I'm not sure. Because Luffy's just inherently ramping all the time, just like by default.
No, he only ramps if you're 8 or higher, though, or at 0 Dawn. So, like,
yeah.
So, like, if you somehow minus all of your Dawn, that's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a 3 life leader with access to 8 different 1-cost events that all boost him 4k, essentially.
4Ks. He's got access to fucking Hell's Judgment.
He has Hell's Judgment. He is red and purple. Again, he's just a 6k. Because just him swinging 6k is already big. Because like Red Luffy does that already. Red Luffy always swings 6k because his leader ability, which is why he's so good into Whitebeard. But also, he's just easier to defend like Whitebeard because he's just a 6k body by default. Yeah. I don't know. This is one leader I think will be very funny. I think he'll be a very funny leader. I think he's a leader that like people will post videos like I beat my locals with this leader, and it wouldn't surprise me. I think he might be our new like red green Luffy essentially. Like I don't have the highest expectations for him, but I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for him to be good because he just seems so like the game plan that he's going to have sitting on 3 life is going to be so degenerate. It's going to be the most aggressive anything we have ever seen in the history of this game. Yeah. It sounds so fun to me. I don't know.
And we've seen how strong a 6k leader can be. Really strong as hell. So, my personal rating for this leader, before seeing what comes in the starter deck, the current cards that we have, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Before seeing what cards he gets for the leader.
Because like it can go up or down from where he's at because it's a 6k leader. 3 life is a little, but again, red color pool or purple color pool. Before we even know the contents of the starter deck, you're getting access to. I still consider Queen one of the best blockers in the game for what it does on play to get you more cards.
It is.
Discarding cards you don't need. Red's consistency with its searching, also just present in this deck without the purple Straw Hats being revealed. It's going to be dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because this deck's going to be so degenerate and balls to the wall, this will be one of the decks that does run Diable Jambe.
Yeah. I
he's trying to kill you.
Yeah, I definitely see the deck probably having some 1 or 2 drops that minus you down by the 1 or 2 Dawn that are just really powerful, and then just getting that Dawn back. Again, that's just speculation. I'm excited to see it. I hope this leader is playable. Like, I hope he goes up and not down, because it's a very, very interesting dynamic.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I just know that much. I know I'll definitely mess around with this leader. Once we have him, I'm going to mess around with him. And I'm looking forward to it. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would give him a 3. I'm going to give him a, I think 3 is the realistic number. But because I like him so much, because I think he's going to be so stupid, I'm going to give him that 3.5.
Fair.
Yeah, no, 3.5 is fair, because I like how stupid it's going to be, in that it's just burr face, you die or I die, let's see which one happens first.
God, I love that so much. I love the Hail Mary. Just leave it.
I want it to go bigger. I want it to go higher.
The minute I saw the 3 life, I didn't even think about this leader anymore. I was like, oh, he's god awful. This is so abysmal, but I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I like it.
It took me going into work and telling Nick about it, and he's like, dude, it has 6k power. I'm like, oh.
You thought it had 5?
Yeah, he thought it was a 5k leader.
I saw, like, the first images that hit, and look at the image. I just want to talk about, we finally get this triple leader that everyone's been talking about, and they're red.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Well, no, we've known that this is going to have 3 leaders and be red-purple the entire time.
I found it very unfortunate that... Yeah, we knew they'd be red-purple. I found it very unfortunate that they were 3 different leaders. I mean, realistically, that's the better outcome, because it's more variety to work with. But also, I think it's just getting 3 red-purple leaders is also really lame.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really lame. Like, I don't know.
I think red-purple is the one color combination we were missing in the game, and now we have 3 of them.
We're missing a lot more than that, surely, right?
Red, blue,
we have purple, yellow, we have green, purple, we have green, yellow, we have green, blue, we have green, red.
Red, yellow.
We have yellow, yellow?
Red, yellow.
Oh, yeah, we have red. That's most likely going to be an L from our...
Yeah, set.
Yeah.
Set 5.
Most likely going to be.
I was going to say, this is one of the last ones, though. So, this and red, yellow are the 2 I think we're missing, then.
I shoehorned us into Luffy.
Yes, for last. So I think we go over Kid next.
Okay, so we'll go over Law next.
Alright, so we have... Eustass Kid. Kid Pirates. 5k power, 5 life. Your turn. If you have 4 more life, this leader has minus 1,000 power. When attacking, Dawn minus 1. This leader gains 2,000 power for this turn. I don't like him.
Yeah, no, he's very boring.
I think he's boring. I also just think he's... Dare I say it? I don't know. I don't think he's bad. I think he's bad.
I don't think he's bad. Especially since these cards are, I feel, going to get ramp in this starter deck.
I mean, you're spending 1 Dawn for 2k power, which is just good on himself.
Well, you're not even spending 1 Dawn, you're losing 1 Dawn.
Yes, but that means you spend that Dawn on something else.
You spend that Dawn on something else, or you give that Dawn to another character, swing with that character first, then leader, Dawn minus 1, swing, give himself 2k. Like the Dawn is just permanently being lost. It's actually getting used and then getting recycled.
Not only that...
Yeah, but you're always playing behind... I guess half a turn, because every turn you're gaining 2 Dawn and losing 1 Dawn. So you take twice as long to hit 10 Dawn as everyone else.
Yeah, but we also just don't know the ramp yet. This is just looking at it as is. I think that this leader will be...
Because the way I'm also looking at it is, a lot of the time, I feel like this leader... So I think in the beginning so you probably just wouldn't use the leader ability in the first couple turns realistically. Because, for the most part, at 5 life and 4 life, you're minusing a Dawn to go up to 6,000, and that's pretty awful.
So, the way I see that, though, it's 5k on your opponent's turn. You're a dual color 5 life leader that can attack. And normally, let's say with Law, for example, you usually take the first life down to 3. If you do that, take the first 2 life with this kid, you're a dual life leader that now has 2 card advantage because you took the first 2, and then you're a regular leader at that point with a hell of a hand size. That's what I think makes it really good, and the minus 1,000 payoff is very worth it.
I think it's like you guys said. I think it's gonna come down to the ramp because realistically they could also just not give it to them. We just saw them do that with Baroque Works. We just saw an entire purple archetype get no ramp.
But if these get ramp, I'm gonna be really upset because I just thought about these leaders running 9-drop Whitebeard.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I was so dead set on because him basically every turn he's basically gaining 1 Dawn. It'll take him so long to even be able to drop a Whitebeard, and at that point you can play it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 2, because I think he's really boring. I also think the fact that he came out with 2 other red-purple leaders is a big takeaway from him, because he immediately came out with competition. I think it'll be for the same reasons that, Red-Green Luffy coming out alongside Law was an issue. And, I mean, he just did that also. He just came out alongside Law. I think he's forcing you to have to take damage the first couple turns. He's not swinging the first couple turns unless you're investing Dawn into him. And then for him to actually hit the magic number, you have to wait till turn 3, and then you have to minus Dawn to do it. And it's all gonna come down to the ramp for me. It really is. So I'll give him a clean even 2. I'm not a fan of this leader at all. He's not terrible by any means, but he's also just I don't know. He's so uninspired and boring. And
I mean, I agree with him being boring, but power-wise, I don't think he belongs at a 2 personally.
Oh, I do. I don't know. I don't think you can be a 4 life leader and have a drawback like that. That's crazy. I don't know.
Oh, he's not a 4 life leader. He's a 5 life.
Oh, is he a 5? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That changes everything.
Yeah, he's a 5 life leader, man.
He's still. He's a 2.5. I'll go to a 2.5. He's not a 2. Okay. I thought he was just a dual leader with a handicap.
Oh, he is dual life 5. Or dual color 5 life.
Dual life.
Okay. We'll move on.
Arguably the most interesting.
I disagree. I think Luffy's the most interesting.
Oh, fair. Most true to his fucking in-series ability. All 3 laws that are red or green in color have been faithful to the character's ability in the show. Whereas the black law promo card just pops the card. What the fuck's that?
Because it's faithful to his ability, but I do think Luffy's is more faithful to the character. Fuck it, we ball incarnate.
No, he just goes burr.
So we have Trafalgar Law, red purple leader, Heart Pirates, 5k power, 4 life, activate main once per turn, Dawn -3, return one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less to the bottom of their deck, then play 1 4 cost lower character from your hand.
This card's terrible!
Between the red and the purple, where is bottom deck coming from?
That's a good question. I don't think it's coming from red or purple, I think it's coming from Law. Shambles.
It's literally shambles. It's literally in the fucking current fight. Draw a guy, throw them downstairs. Okay, he puts your opponent's card downstairs, brings the other guys upstairs.
My whole thing is because bottom decking is a blue thing.
Brother, it's Bandai. It's red. They're giving red everything.
But
Stop
what's
thinking
nuts about this is that you're essentially plus 2ing. Yes, you -3 Dawn, but you're getting 2 Dawn per turn, so if you're at 10 Dawn, it's whatever at that point. You have shit like Otama, everything to reduce the power, so you're just dropping something to the bottom of their deck, potentially a 7-drop at that point, and then you're just playing one from your hand, so they're minusing something, you're plussing something. That's crazy.
It's dumb.
For a leader ability.
He's kind of giving you the Dawn. He's pretty much giving it to you up front. He's giving you a loan in Dawn, essentially. Because he's basically 4 Dawn to spend this turn, in exchange for you losing 2 Dawn on the following turn.
The same thing with that we just talked about with Kid. You spend the Dawn first, then you minus it, and you're just
And it's only 3 Dawn to play a 4 cost from hand. That's stupid.
And that's just like what he's bringing out. That's not even taking into consideration. He's also disrupting the opponent's board on top of it. So his leader ability is a +1.
I don't like that he...
Brother, I'm going to Gordon your Borsalino and bottom deck it because I'm red and I can't pop it. And then I'm going to play my Rush Zoro from hand and go swing Face Burner.
It's good. I think it's
too good.
It's got 4 life. It's balanced.
I think it is expensive enough.
It does say that you really won't use this leader ability early game, which is fair. But also, one thing that Nick brought up is red and purple really don't right now have good 4 drops. Most of them are 5 drops when you think about something that you want to cheat out of hand, like Queen, 5-drop Luffy. You can't really think of anything for 4, apart from like Uta, which, no thanks.
Uta blocker.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Uta blocker, but at that point it's like, eh.
I thought you were talking about Uta, the 4-drop red character that grabs from discard pile.
Gross, ew, what? No, but, again, I mean, hopefully they'll, well, not hopefully,
Brother, there's 4-drop Brook. That card's powerful in this deck, actually.
That is actually very accurate. Ooh. And then again, they have really good 3-drops, like getting out of establishing a Robin, Zoro. Doesn't feel terrible here. Really doesn't.
There's a 3-drop 5k, yes, that on play, or on swing, minuses 3k in bottom decks, or KOs a 0 cost, or 0k power.
That's going to be nuts here. So it's definitely going to have some plays. I do think of the 3, from the cards that we have now, I do think Law will perform the best. And then I think Luffy will perform better than Kid just because 6k is really strong.
I also think he'll perform better than Kid because Kid's effect is a boring, decently good effect, and I don't know why you would ever play Kid over Law. Whereas I think if you're playing that same argument cannot be made for Luffy because Luffy's just doing it. It's like something completely different. He's a 6k leader.
Oh, we talked about it at work is too. You can also use this ability to play red Marco blocker from hand. Like, that's gross to me outright.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luffy's a 6k leader. That on its own is fulfilling its own niche. Whereas I think Kid and Law are kind of fighting for the same spot, and that's just being a good red-purple leader. Because with Luffy's just the body and just not it being easy to protect and things like that gives enough reason to justify wanting to play him. If I want a 5k leader that's red-purple, I don't know why I would ever pick Kid over Law.
Yeah, no, valid.
Yeah.
Another weird thing about this leader that, or about the 3 leaders that I realized at work is all 3 of them, we have Mugiwara, we have, what is that shit called, Heart Pirates and Kid Pirates, but none of them are Supernovas for some reason.
Yeah, makes me very interested in the cards that are going to come out in the starter deck and how it's going to kind of go for each of these decks. We'll probably just get generically decent cards, and then some really bad cards like all starter decks have. Before seeing the cards out of the starter deck, I'm going to put this leader at a 4. Solid ability, very solid colors. Honestly, 4, I even want to give him a 4.5, but I'm going to stick with a 4 for now.
And I'm just thinking, because without seeing the cards, I still think the ability is fantastic. I stick with like a 3.75. It's almost a 4.
Wow, okay, because that was the exact number I was going to give him. I don't think he's a 4, because all I think his leader ability is good. I think because it's so expensive, you're not going to be using it too many times in a game. When you do, there are going to be like very tempo swinging turns, but I don't think that his ability is going to be getting abused too much. And I think for that reason alone, I think he'd be a perfectly balanced leader. I don't think he's going to be insane.
So you guys are just going to go 3.75 just to not agree with me. Do you guys hear this in the comments? Obviously, we'll reevaluate it when we see the cards that come out. Heck, maybe Kid gets all the support and he becomes just better, which obviously not. But we'll reevaluate it when the cards come out. I'm very interested to see what these decks do. Yeah.
Also, this structure deck is $30, like retail price. This is meant as a competitive structure deck.
God, I have Charlie Horse right now and I hate it.
Bro, have you gotten a cramp in like the front of your leg, like above the ankle?
No, that sounds terrible.
Dude, it was awful.
I guess with that being said, then we'll go ahead and close this one. Until next time, though, we'll see you guys. Take care.
Deuces.